Hey everyone, Gary here, your Member of Parliament for Desnethe, Missinippi, Churchill River. This past week I was in Ottawa advocating on behalf of Northern Saskatchewan in the House of Commons and in committee. My week began with a drive to Saskatoon on Saturday and then an early Sunday flight to Ottawa through Calgary. On Monday morning, I had the privilege of meeting virtually with the YWCA Centre from Regina for Women and Families. In the afternoon, I stood for hunters and sport shooters during question period, asking the government why instead of going after real criminals, they are targeting law-abiding Canadians. In the evening, I attended a shadow cabinet meeting and later met with all of my colleagues from Saskatchewan to discuss matters related to our great province. Tuesday, I was in the House of Commons physically to participate in the debate on Bill C7, Medical Assistance in Dying. I raised the concern that this already bad legislation is now proposing to allow assisted death for Canadians suffering with mental illness and disabled Canadians whose death is not reasonably foreseeable. In the middle of the day, I had to step out of the C7 debate to participate in the Indigenous and Northern Affairs Committee that I am a member of. We are currently in the middle of a study on food security in northern and remote communities, and I've made sure to include in the discussions the issues faced by communities who are south of the 60th parallel. And just before question period, I was proud to rise and give a short statement on all the tourism opportunities that Northern Saskatchewan has to offer. And I invited everyone who is listening to visit the beautiful part of Saskatchewan once it is appropriate. Wednesday morning, Conservative members and senators from across Canada met as a national caucus. After question period, we spent over 4 hours voting on several bills and motions. While it wasn't exactly the most exciting 4 hours, I was proud to vote in favor and see my colleague Philip Lawrence's bill pass that will exempt farm fuels from the Liberal carbon tax. During the virtual vote, I was also able to make several calls to constituents who have reached out to my office on a range of issues. Thursday, my day was filled with following the debate on the Bloc Québécois Opposition Day motion on seniors and addressing the Auditor General's report on long-term drinking water advisories in First Nations communities. In the evening, our Indigenous and Northern Affairs Committee met again to discuss food security, and I was glad to see Carrie from Eat Well Saskatchewan appear, and we had a great discussion with her. Friday began with a very important phone call and then breakfast with my friend and colleague Pierre Poilievre. It was on to question period, some other duties, and then the travel back home to Saskatchewan, from Ottawa to Calgary to Saskatoon, and then the short 3-hour drive home. It's always great to get home.